Hey guys, welcome back. So we're out at the long range, and today I'm featuring a rifle that's ridiculously expensive. I feature a lot of guns here on the channel. Some are more affordable, some not so affordable, and are somewhat exotic, like the rifle we're going to talk about this afternoon. Now I know a lot of you guys ask me not to talk about such expensive things. You prefer that I talk about stuff that the average gun buyer would be interested in, things like Wasser 10s or high point carbines or whatever, things that are $1,000 or less. But also keep in mind, this channel is about stuff that I personally find interesting. The majority of the stuff you see here on the channel is stuff that I buy, and I'm not going to spend my money on something that I don't personally find interesting. So there might be some things that I'll feature that you like, and there might be some things I feature that you don't like. But also keep in mind, I have a taste for the finer things in life, and the rifle that I have out here this afternoon definitely is one of the finer things in life. Around the shop, we kind of jokingly call this the $12,000 Scar. And I have every bit of $12,000 in it, maybe even more. It's taken quite some time to put this rifle together. It's kind of a couple of year project. I've always been a big fan of the Scar, and just slowly over time I've kept adding things to it, some things that are probably a bit ridiculous in your mind and maybe even ridiculous in my mind. Let's take a look at this rifle and talk about some of the crazy stuff that's on it. But keep in mind, it's also a highly functional rifle and really a lot of fun to shoot. Okay, let's start off on the rear section here. This looks like a Masada stock or an ACR stock, and that's because it is. It's made by Magpul, and this whole kit that attaches it to the Scar is offered by the Kinetic Dev Group. I've talked about this stuff in the past. Kinetic Dev Group makes some really cool stuff for the Scar, and this is their stock upgrade. Definite improvement over the UGG boot. Here you'll see a Parker Mountain Machine QD mount. I really like these. I don't like the claw mounts that you would normally attach here on the Scar. The QD system is definitely my preferred system for attaching slings. I use Savvy Sniper slings primarily. We have the PMM or Parker Mountain Machine selector lever. It's ambi, it's on both sides of the rifle. And again, I think it's a definite improvement over the polymer one that comes standard on the Scar. Inside, what you can't see is a Geisley Super Scar trigger. And then the pistol grip here is made by Magpul, but it's converted by Parker Mountain Machine, allowing it to fit onto the Scar. All modest upgrades, but there's a few $100s worth of stuff there. Now, this is where we start to talk about real money, folks. This is the Elcan Spectre DR. This is a 1.5 to 6 power, variable power sight. It has an illuminated reticle, has a BDC that's good out to 1,000 yards, and this one does have the 308 bullet drop compensator in it. Again, you're looking at about $2,900 for that. And we have about $2,800 in the base Scar. Just in front of it, we're talking about real money now, guys. This is the Armasight Co Mini. This is a 3rd generation night vision device. It clips on in front of magnified optics. So I've just clipped it on in front of this Elcan, and it works just fine. You can put it in front of other optics as long as you have the rail space in front. This bad boy is about $5,200. Very, very clear and an amazing little device. It's hard to believe such a small device can give you such clarity at night. Great for pig hunting, and I'll probably wind up using it this spring when I go on my next pig hunt. This charging handle I've talked about before. I'm having a hard time finding these on the web now. This is the Reach charging handle. I featured them before. I don't even know that they're still available anymore. I'll have to double check. And then the rail system that you see here, I really like this. This is the MREX rail system, again, from the Kinetic Dev Group. This really improves the appearance of the gun. It makes it more slender, and it allows you to attach MOE or M-LOK accessories to the rifle as well. Plus, it gives you this little step-down 1913 rail section here in the front, which I forgot to bring my D-ball, which, you know, is another $1,500–1,600 that I normally run up here for use with the night vision. The Kinetic Dev Group stuff, I've talked about this in the past, allows you to quickly attach accessories like 1913 rails and things like bipods, which I have attached via one of their 1913 rail sections. It just clips right on, locks into place, and allows you to attach all sorts of stuff, lights, bipods, whatever. So everything that you see here, guys, is about $12,000, if not more, probably closer to $13,000, especially if I have the D-ball on the gun. Now, is it worth it? Worth is a subjective thing. Is it worth it to me? Yes, I really enjoy shooting this rifle, but I could also buy a car for what I have in it. The ammunition we're going to shoot this afternoon is made by IMI of Israel. It's 175 grain match ammo. This is military match ammo, and it's currently being imported by ZQI Ammo. You can pick this stuff up on their website. They don't just import the MKE ammo, they import other ammo as well. I'll put a link in the description below. We've shot this stuff before, and it shoots actually pretty well out of the Scar and other rifles as well. All right, let's do a little bit of shooting with the Scar and just see how a $12,000 gun shoots. This should be a lot of fun. All right, so we're gonna shoot at 100 yards, shoot some groups, give you guys an idea of what the accuracy is of the IMI ammo. The Scar is easily one of my favorite rifles. It is extremely accurate. It's extremely lightweight. It weighs maybe a little bit more than an AR-15, but it packs the punch of the .308. The recoil is very manageable. That's a combination of the basic design of the gun, but also the muzzle brake that it ships with from the factory plays a large role on just how controllable the gun is and how little recoil it has. I'm not going to shoot it with the night vision sight. That doesn't make sense. It's broad daylight, even though it does have a daylight filter. It really doesn't add much to my shooting experience or the video. So there's 20 rounds of ammo. Go ahead and pop the Co-Mini off. Just flip the QD lever and it just rotates off the rifle. Let's put that away so I don't break it. Now I have a throw lever here between 1 and 5 and 6 power. I'm going to go ahead and leave it to 6 power. No, I'm not taking my blood pressure. This allows me to control a little airbag underneath the shoulder stock of my rifle. Let's go ahead and lock this open. Makes it a little easier to load. Now the muzzle blast on the Scar is ferocious, especially with the muzzle device. I've toyed with the idea of putting a suppressor on it. I want to, but I really don't want to mess with the dynamic of the gun. Right now it's extremely accurate, and changing muzzle devices can mess with the accuracy, although a lot of folks have said that they have very good luck with suppressors on the Scar. I may go that route and do it at some point. I do not have eyes on. I really have to get close to this Elcan. This is how close I have to be to it to have a proper sight picture, and that's just a little bit too close and it whacks my glasses. Now I have it in the 6 power position. I'm going to fire a couple of 5-shot groups. I'll show you guys what the groups look like, and then I'm going to walk this thing out to 500 yards and see if I can't hit steel plate out there. The Geisley trigger is absolutely phenomenal. It's a true match grade trigger. If you don't have one in your Scar and you like to shoot small groups, I highly recommend putting a Super Scar in your rifle. Grab my little right, there's one. Shoot one more group here. Now the reticle isn't what I would call precise. It's a rather large reticle. The dot itself is, I want to go ahead and say it's about an inch, about 1 MOA. I had to measure it there against the little dot that I have downrange. All right, I don't want to get my barrel too hot. You really can't hurt these barrels. The Scar barrels are very, very tough. They're chrome lined and a pencil weight barrel, but despite all of that, the guns can shoot pretty close to 1 MOA. I have to run down range. We'll have to take a look at some of the targets and see what I just put down there. But after we do that, then we're going to walk this thing out to 500 yards, and we'll use the BDC and the Elcan and see if it gets us on steel at 500. Let's check that out. All right, guys, so Jason has zoomed in on that 500-yard ringer. It's a 24-inch ringer. I don't know if you can see it, but it's snowing down there, and we got a really brisk right crosswind. So I'm going to use my 500-yard holdover on my reticle. I'm going to hold on the left edge of the plate to compensate for that wind. Let's see if I'm close. Smacked it. That was a good guess in the wind. Smacked it again. Now that white plate is kind of hard to make out even at 6 power against the white background. And that was a hit. I'm really rocking that plate, man. We're hitting every single time. Hit it again. I don't know if you're going to be able to hear that. If you can pick it up on the mic, probably not. Hopefully you can see those hits. I can hear them clear, but I also have electronic ears on. It's almost boring, really. 500 yards is nothing. That was a little off. I actually felt it break off. I held a little bit too to the right. I need to keep it on the left edge of the steel plate. There we go. Now there's some real teeny tiny ones down there to the left. I don't know if Jason can see them. This is a total crazy shot. I want to see if I can nail the one just to the left of the big ringer. All right, I saw where it hit. So it hit just a little bit right, but it looked like the elevation was good. I hit it. Did you get that? Holy cow. Guys, that ringer is only about 12 inches, and I can see it looks like it almost center punched it. Yeah, that's amazing accuracy, and the holdover is spot on. All I had to do was actually hold for wind. I'm going to move back over to the big one. That Geisley is such a good trigger, man. It surprises me every time it goes off. Yeah, I mean, that's just easy work. Yeah, I'm really rocking that 500-yard ringer. So, wow, I mean, that's awesome. What a lot of fun. I love this setup. All right, guys, we're going to wrap things up. I hope you enjoyed the video with the Scar. I always have a good time shooting this rifle. It's just a great rifle to shoot. Out of the box accuracy on these things is actually pretty impressive. With Federal Gold Medal match and a little bit more magnification, you can see 1-inch groups maybe a little bit under. This is my third Scar that I've shot for accuracy, 2 of which I've owned, and a good friend of mine owns one. And again, we usually see anywhere between an inch, inch and a half accuracy out of the gun. And you can definitely do better with a little bit more magnification. Let's take a look at what some of those 5-shot groups look like with the IMI 175 grain match ammo. And this, again, I picked this stuff up from zqiammo.com. This is what I did with the 6-power scope. Center to center, a little over an inch and a half there, 5-shot group. And center to center on this one, about 1 3/4 inches. All right, so 1.5 inches, 1 3/4 inches out of the Scar with the 6-power scope, not too bad. Out of a battle rifle, that's amazing accuracy, I think. But just how capable is this ammunition? Well, we wanted to find out. And so we brought out another rifle. This is my buddy's. Now, you know I like Desert Tech rifles. This is my buddy's Desert Tech Covert. This one has a Recce 7 Griffin armament suppressor on it, 18-inch barrel. We shot a 5-shot group with the same ammunition at 21 power, so a lot more magnification. And this ammo gave us a 3/4 inch 5-shot group. So Is this ammunition accurate? It is amazingly accurate, and I would put it up there with the federal gold medal match that I've shot out of some rifles. I was blown away by that. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed the video, I actually hope you did. And if you'd like to support the channel, the best possible way to do that would be to swing by and shop at Copper Custom. It's our online store. Matter of fact, you can pick up one of these cool patches like you see here for $3.99. And again, that supports the channel, and we tremendously appreciate that. Also, if you guys haven't already, please swing by and check out full30.com. That's full30.com. We've taken the web's best firearms content creators out there. We've brought them under one roof, and that is full30.com. Thanks again for watching, everybody. We'll talk to you guys soon.